You are in terrible danger.
Hey, I'm getting ready to go swimming, but I needed to start this vlog because it's July 5th, which means it's officially the start to the week of Summerween. I'm obsessed with Summerween. One thing about me, I very, very low-key hate summer. I don't hate it, it's just my least favorite season because I live in Louisiana. The summer out here is oppressive. I don't like it. I don't live near the beach. Honestly, I only really like summer when I'm at the beach or at the pool. It's gonna be a week of pretending that it's late autumn. It's gonna be a week of me pretending that it's October. After I get back from the pool, I'm going to check in and tell you guys my TBR for this video. I'm gonna ponder on it right now though because I don't really know. Hey guys, I just spent the whole day swimming, literally baking in the sun for the past 6 hours. So I'm back now, ready to start Summerween. I just put on the coziest outfit I could muster for my pajamas tonight, as well as made a mug of chamomile tea in my little spooky mug. I'm low-key considering cutting on the light because I look somewhat dark. Is it giving cozy vibe or is it just giving bad lighting? So, plans for this week. I want to drink a lot of tea in my cozy fall mugs. Also, I want to bake some cinnamon rolls very badly. I'm not going to make them from scratch. I only do that once a year. I do that every Christmas morning. That's it. Baking cinnamon rolls from scratch is quite the hassle. I'm not doing it for funsies. I did purchase a new sweater in honor of Summerween. I did, guys. I did. And it should be getting here in a couple days. Hopefully within this vlog, so I'll unbox that for you. And I want to watch Spirited Away by Miyazaki. I got the whole Studio Ghibli binge box. I know that one has like some ghost elements to it, which I want very badly, as you'll see with my TBR and with my mug. I love her down also. Also, the weather forecast for this week says it's going to be very dreary and rainy. Perfect vibes for this vlog. I may take you to work one day, have like a rainy day at work. Let's get on to my spooky ooky TBR. I'm going to try my darndest to read as much as I can this week and to read the most autumnal spooky ooky books ever. The Vanquishers by Coraline Barron. This is a middle grade book about this group of kids that are vampire hunters. I don't know much more about the book outside of that, and truly I don't desire to know much more about it. This is what the cover looks like up close. Yeah, I actually am on the edge of my seat waiting to pick this one up. Then one that I kind of randomly picked up, The Skull by John Clason or Clayson, let me know, which is a folktale story that seems quite frightening and has illustrations in it. Extreme winter vibes, which I am also heavily desiring right now. I would love some very, very frosty, snowy imagery right now, which this is definitely giving. Not really sure what this is about. I know that it's folktale. It was in the nonfiction children's folklore section. Then another one that I've already started, Ghost Squad. Our main character can see ghosts, and she sees all the ghosts of her ancestors. I'm not really sure what the plot is yet because I haven't heard much about this book. I just saw ghosts on the cover and 2 black kids on the cover, and I was watching a book review on this book, and the person compared it to The Goonies, which is my grandfather's favorite TV show. I'm locking in on this book first. Is this not the most perfect vibe to start off Summerween?
Okay, day 1 of Summerween. Excuse the hair, girls. My hair is wet from the shower and from the pool today, so I'm now 27 pages into Ghost Squad. I'm really liking it. I just met the main character's best friend, Sid. I wish I had a book like this when I was younger, for real. I'm now at my grandparents' house getting ready to bake the cinnamon rolls. Guys, it is officially day 3 of Summerween now, and I'm here with a couple reading updates. I just got done reading Ghost Squad by Claribel Ortega, and I enjoyed this book so much. I had a great time reading this book. I don't think I gave you a synopsis of this book when I first started it or when I told you about it on my TBR. This is a middle grade horror supernatural fantasy book. following this humorous duo of these two girls that are best friends. One is named Sid, and she's obsessed with witches and folklore. And her best friend's name is Lunelli. She can see the ghosts of her ancestors. This book is just full of all of the like spooky October vibes. It's literally the perfect book to start this week off with. There's spells that wake the dead in this book, crusty, smelly spell books and dusty libraries, a creepy bookstore with potions, spider webs, cats, and secret passages, a witchy grandmother, haunted cemeteries, dense fog and forests. It's just like such a rainy book and so spooky. Literally the perfect book to start this week off with. Very funny though. It was very humorous. And there's also like some Dominican folklore within this book, Afro-Latina representation. It's so good. I'm so happy we read this one first because this just set the vibe for this whole vlog for me. I want every book I read in this vlog to live up to this book. I'm about to go to work. I'm pretty sure that the library that I work at has a copy of Coraline by Neil Gaiman. I want to pick that up because I want to rewatch Coraline in this vlog. I don't think that I've ever read the book, and I need to do a book to movie comparison. I need to read the book for the first time and experience the book for the first time. Coraline is one of my favorite movies. I will rewatch it every single year without fail, and I'm definitely planning on having a spooky movie night with you guys, rewatching Coraline, baking a sweet dessert probably, and eating some popcorn. That may be our like finale for this vlog because Summerween ends on Saturday and I want you guys to have this vlog for the last day of Summerween. I'll either see you at work or after work. Exciting reading updates that I have here right now. I just got some book mail in the mail from Source Books. The Island of Forgotten Gods by Victor Pinheiro. I don't really know what this is about or what intrigued me about. Ooh, this is not an advanced reader's copy. This book is out now. It looks to be a YA or a middle grade, spooky vibes. He's staying with his grandmother for the summer in Puerto Rico. And him and his cousins accidentally awaken a monster, which I'm pretty sure the monster is a part of Puerto Rican mythology. I'm there. Thank you, Source Books. Love y'all. Then I ended up starting and finishing The Skull by John Klassen while I was at work. I enjoyed this book. This book is about a little girl named Atia who runs away from home and ends up stumbling upon this big, humongous house where the skull is living by themselves. And something like a friendship starts to bloom, basically. It's very wintry and snowy and just a little bit spooky. I enjoyed it. It's nonfiction, middle grade. Really good. And very short. Then, while I was at work, I ended up checking out two books. Coraline by Neil Gaiman, which I told you I was going to start today. And Charlie and the Grandmothers by Katie Towell. I saw this book at the library a couple weeks ago and I was like, I think that'll be a good book to stay for spooky season. But it's Summerween, girls. Why wait so long? So I got this one and I think I will try to get to this one in this vlog. Haunted houses, a bunch of insects, and creepy grandmothers and old women, which I love. I can't wait to be a spooky old lady myself. Coraline. So far this book is not as scary as I thought it would be. I'm only 41 pages into it now. So far it's not as scary as I thought it would be, but I'm having a good time with it. Right now in the book I can't tell which one I like more, the book or the movie. So I'm gonna finish and then rewatch the movie before deciding which one I like better, I think. I'm gonna go plug in Spirited Away to my laptop and we can have a little pizza brownie movie night. So I just got done watching Spirited Away. I'm not sure what this was. I'm not sure what's my thoughts about this movie. Why did it feel like a fever dream? Like it felt like I was on psychedelic. It was good. And it makes sense. It was obviously some commentary on capitalism, greed, overconsumption, pollution, things like that. It's not a movie you could ponder on. It felt like it didn't happen. If that makes sense. When somebody asks you what was the movie about, what would you say? What was the plot? Let me get on ready. I enjoyed it. It was good. It just didn't feel real. If that makes sense. Okay, should I move you on the other side? I'm in bed now. I try not to record my bonnet on, but you know what, girls? When it gets past 9 o'clock, you gotta get what you get. I'm so sorry. I'm now in bed to continue reading Coraline. I'm about halfway through it now. May finish before the night ends, may not. May almost finish before the night ends. I do have an early morning and a busy day tomorrow, so we'll see. I just got to this quote in the book. When Coraline is telling the story about her dad, it says, she took her first step down the dark corridor. She could smell dust and damp and mustiness. The cat padded along beside her. When you're scared, but you still do it anyway, that's brave. And I also read, for the first time ever, I read like author's note before the book started. And it was talking about the themes of bravery in this book. So I'm liking that. Good morning, guys. Excuse the hair, I'm about to retwist it. So I'm gonna keep reading. I only have like a little bit more of the book left, like half of the book left, so I'll probably end up finishing this. I'm also gonna go get some groceries so that I can end up baking her chocolate chip cookies. And we can have cookies and ice cream and rewatch Coraline, because that is one of my favorite spooky shows outside of The Addams Family. But The Addams Family, it's sacred to October. That's the only time I rewatch it. I'm gonna see you in a little bit after I finish reading this book or have something to update you on with this book. Maybe some reactions from the book. Who knows? I'll see you soon though. I did make some English breakfast tea this morning, but it's pretty cold now, so I'm gonna reheat my last 3 sips and continue reading. Watching cozy booktube videos to low-key comfort myself because this book got me paranoid. Because how is the beldam watching Coraline? Oh, it's just a microwave. What do you mean Coraline never got a doll in which the beldam was watching her through? So how was the beldam watching Coraline? Is she watching me right now? I need to finish this book. I can't live like this. It's not funny, actually. some exciting reading updates. Earlier today, I finished reading Coraline by Neil Gaiman. This is about if you don't know what Coraline is about, you're seriously missing out. But this is a book about a little girl named Coraline who moves into this new house with her parents and discovers this door in the house that seemingly leads to nowhere until one day it leads to somewhere. And somewhere is like an alternate world in which everything is just like her world but better. But something's not quite right about this other world, even though everything seems perfect. I'm not going to say this for sure until I rewatch the movie, but I fear I like the movie more than the book. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed the book. I thought the book was good. But the movie just added so much more lore to the Coraline world than I felt like the book had. But one thing that I love about the book is that it emphasized Coraline's curiosity and like desire to explore, and how curiosity it can harm you, but it also can help you. Because of curiosity, Coraline stumbled into this other world, but also because of curiosity, she was able to figure out how to get out of it. I liked that whole vibe within the book. I also love the themes surrounding bravery, like I read to you that quote earlier. Then I went on a little nature walk and I ended up bringing Charlie and the grandmothers with me. Started this on my walk and literally started binging it. This book is kind of addictive and it's so spooky and eerie, and it almost feels like a fever dream, like just like you don't really know if what's happening is really happening. And it's like a mind game almost, the type of horrific elements within it. It's also middle grade. It's so addictive for some reason. I love Charlie as a main character. I'm having a grand old time with this book. When I get out the tub, I think I'm going to update you a little more about this, give you more of a synopsis so you can really understand what's going down in this book and why I'm enjoying it so much. Good morning. I'm now 95 pages into Charlie and the Grandmothers. Loving this, girls. Loving this. Also, last night was the first time in my life I ever had a nightmare. Yeah, it was a nightmare about spiders, bruh. If it's one creature I just don't vibe with, it's spiders. Anything else wouldn't have disturbed me like this did, but spiders? No, bruh, no. Just the whole physical makeup of a spider is creepy. The dream basically was I had a huge spider web on my fan up here, and this huge wolf spider or black widow was on the web and coming down towards my bed. Towards my bed, and I was sleeping in my bed in the dream. I never woke up quicker. I woke up in a cold sweat. Threw all of the covers off of me. Searched my room from top to bottom for spiders in a half sleep stage. Cut on the light. Searched this room from top to bottom. Threw my covers off. Searched this bed. Obviously there was nothing in here and I was just drunk. And when I realized that, I just in the middle of my room, half sleep for about 5 minutes, cut my light off and went back to bed. I blame this book because I've never in my life, y'all may think I'm being dramatic, but I can't do spiders. I can't. If I'm gardening and a big old spider comes out of its home, I'm going inside. I'm going inside. I'm not sitting around and playing with a spider. For real. Anyway, that's besides the point. I say that to say that this book is obviously really good and engaging my imagination very well. I'm having a great time reading it. I'm planning on grinding out this book and starting the next book today. Yeah, I think that's going to be my plan for today. Also for today, I forgot to check and see if my hold for the Coraline movie is there yet. But if that's at the library, we're going to go pick that up from the library so that we can watch Coraline maybe tomorrow. I do have quite a few leftover desserts, but I want to save those brownies so I can have cookie brownie sundae. Oh, just saying that. Just saying that got me feeling something. Probably will pick up my Coraline hold. Maybe read a little bit at the library. I haven't been at the library in like 2 days. I can't live this lifestyle, girls. I can't live this life. So, I'll see you when I have more reading updates. Or I'll see you on my way to get Coraline from the library. Maybe have a little reading session in the library. And maybe at the grocery store as well. I'm getting ready as fast as humanly possible right now because I'm so excited to finish this book. Y'all, this book is so good. I'm not even joking. And I'm going to finish it before running to the library to pick up my hold. Yeah, that's what I'm getting ready to go do right now. This is my favorite way to tie up my hair. I just simply cannot find a rubber band that does this for me. Okay, we can go. It didn't take long at all for me to finish Charlie and the Grandmothers by Katie Towell. I love this book so much. This book, first of all, let me give you a little synopsis before I yap too much. This book is about a little boy named Charlie and his sister Georgie who get sent away from home to go stay with their grandmothers until winter ends. But Charlie and Georgie don't have grandmothers. They've been told this their entire lives. When they get to the home with their grandmothers, there's something weird and off about them. The whole book is just like this creepy story about these grandmothers and what's actually going on with Charlie and Georgie and all of these missing kids in their community and in their neighborhood. I'm not gonna say too much because I don't want to spoil it. But so reminiscent of The Witches by Roald Dahl. And Roald Dahl was one of my favorite authors when I was a kid. The Witches was one of my favorite books of all time at like 9 and 10 years old. So this book giving so much of those vibes, oh, I'm there. I'm there. It was so good. It was so good. And there's so much subtle commentary about thoughts and thinking and fear and dreams, because Charlie is a very anxious little boy. His anxiety ends up being what kind of saves him, and his fear ends up being what kind of saves him. So good. That whole subliminal message, ooh, loved that. Loved it so much. But I did have like 2 quotes that I wanted to read aloud to you. I am definitely planning on buying this book and adding it to my library because I enjoyed it so much. I see this being a book that I reread before the year is over. On page 163 it says, "Your thoughts do not stay within you once you have thought them, nor do they cease to exist once forgotten. Indeed, they are living beings given their life by magic inside your head. We call this magic your figment. It cannot be seen, cannot be touched, not by you. Yet even now, it's creating empires." And then the other quote, "I'm stronger than you could ever be because I have people to love, people who love me. I forgot what that meant for a while. I was always so scared of losing them that it was all I thought about. But I haven't lost them. That's what I needed to remember. There was so much more to life than being afraid of loss, and I'm never going to let fear stop me from living again." It was just such a cute book. I say cute as if this book wasn't actually petrifying. Like, very low-key. This book was kind of spooky. But as somebody that has genuinely convinced myself that I do not like horror, I do not like thriller, I do not like mysteries, I'm having the time of my life this week. This week and last week where I was reading, was it last week or the week before last, where I was reading only vampire books for a week, which is mainly gothic horror, gothic romance, thriller, spooky books as well. I have been having the time of my life with these scary, spooky, creepy books. What is that about? Like, do I need to get more into that? Because I'm genuinely having a blast. I enjoyed this book so much. I think by just a small percentage, I like this book a little bit better than Ghost Squad. Those 2 books so far are my favorite books of the week. Like, middle grade spooky books just really do it for me, and I'm glad that that's the genre that I put the most of on my TBR for this week. I love this little book so much. If you don't, and I've never heard anybody talk about this book. I just saw it at the library one day and I was like, this looks like a fun spooky time. Get into it. I would now be the biggest hype man for this book. And for Ghost Squad. Get into it. I'm kind of sad that this is my last middle grade spooky book I have on my TBR for this week. Like, I have binged them all in a row. So now I must move on to adult books. And the other books that are on my TBR for this week. I'm gonna run to the grocery store now. I'm gonna take you with me to run my little errands. And I'm gonna come back home. We can start the next book of the vlog. I will see you either for my errands or for tea time tonight. I've returned. I've made a mug of tea in my cozy autumnal poo mug. Humongous. This is like a bowl. It just get like that. I just had a glorious bath too while I was drinking my tea and starting my book. Speaking of, I decided to start The Crescent Moon Tea Room by Stacy Savinsky. I'm not really in the mood for a mystery book right now. I think I'm more so in the mood for like a cozy, magical, whimsical palette cleanser. Honestly, I genuinely want to keep the good vibes going with my spooky middle grade books, but I don't have any more on my TBR. I do have The Vanquishers, but honestly I want to get that book physically, and my local library does not have, none of my local libraries has the book physically, and I want to get the book physically. So I'm reading this. I've started this, but like I said, we have about 3 more days left of the readathon, so I may end up picking up something else. I'll be updating you hopefully some more tonight if I do some more reading, but I've been having really early mornings, girls, so I've honestly been reading a couple pages before falling asleep. Hopefully I'll update you a little bit more before the night is over. Hey guys, I just got home from work. Now I'm currently reading 2 books, unfortunately. I've been trying not to do that this month. I picked up a book, got a movie that I got, Scooby-Doo, The Haunted House. Also today I ended up starting The Phantom of the Opera by Gaston Leroux. Why is it so good so far? From what I'm understanding with the start of this book, I'm like on page 25 now. What I'm understanding with the start of this book and the videos that I've seen about it, This is a somewhat detective novel, somewhat haunted opera novel. If y'all have ever seen pictures or ever been in real life to the Paris Opera House, to any French opera house, such autumnal vibes, such spooky vibes for that to have a ghost, ghoul, or phantom in it. Imagine that vibe. Yeah. That's the vibe of this book, and I'm having a blast, low-key. Part a detective novel, part a haunted opera novel, part love story as well, question mark. I'll be the judge of that. I know that the phantom, who may be a man, maybe a ghost, is in love with a lead singer named Christine at the opera house, but she's in love with somebody else, and whoever she's in love with is also in love with her, and so there's that type of jealousy. I think it's maybe a murder mystery. I, so far, am really enjoying it, and I can't wait to read the rest of it, and it's also much shorter than I thought it would be. This book is only 269 pages. So fairly short, and I did also read the foreword from the author. You don't really know if Gaston Leroux is the narrator or if it's somebody else, if this is a fiction story or if this is based off of nonfiction and true events, or if this is genuinely nonfiction. You don't really know. There's ballet, there's singing, high class theater or opera vibes, but spooky, haunted ghost vibes. I'm gonna keep you updated on this book as I read it some more tonight, but you know that the biggest plans of the night is rewatching Coraline and baking. So I'm gonna see you when I am doing those two things after getting home from having dinner with my grandparents because I love them so much.
Coraline, you are in terrible danger.
Just got done with my rewatch of Coraline. Girls, the movie was better than the book. The movie was better than the book. I've never watched a book to movie adaptation where the movie has more depth and more lore than the book does. After reading the book, you're moving on with your life. It was nothing spectacular. It was nothing that wowed me. I did, like I already talked about the book and my thoughts on the book, what I liked, what I didn't like, I loved YB as a character. I loved the whole explanation on how the Beldam chose children and how she watched them to lure them into her world. I just love how much juicy depth we got in the movie that we just did not get in the book, quite frankly. I love the YB and his grandmother plot and the grandmother sister plot. Loved all of that so much. I just feel like the movie is better than the book. The movie, it just feels more developed. It just feels fuller. And it was also, the movie is also more horrific and more terrifying, but not in a like super scary way. It was grotesque in a way that the book did not capture. So I also enjoyed the movie more for the horror element that I feel like the book lacked. You know, what a wonderful rewatch. My cookies came out amazing. I had some popcorn, had some ice cream as well. Fantastic night. But I am getting quite tired. I know I'm going to sleep in a little bit tomorrow, so I will probably see you late morning. I had a phenomenal time rewatching this movie. Tomorrow we may end up watching Scooby-Doo together, but I'm not sure yet. Good morning. I just DoorDashed some breakfast. I got one of my faves. IHOP. She's so underrated. Why ever go to Waffle House when IHOP exists? In my personal opinion. Don't fight me about it though. I obviously got a coffee, much needed. Got a huge fat omelet and some pancakes. I'm not about to eat all of this right now. I'm probably gonna eat this entire omelet. That's for sure. Y'all, this is the perfect, when you ever get some hot coffee like this and you don't know how to sweeten it, this is the perfect recipe, okay? Black coffee. I'm just sharing this with you because this information has literally changed my life. 2 packs of sugar, 2 things of creamer. I read this in Happy Hour by Marlo Granados like 2 years ago, and I've been drinking my hot coffee like this ever since. It's called the Double. 2 packs of sugar, 2 packs of creamer. It's the perfect sweetness, perfect creaminess. It's so good. I'm gonna eat. We can go. Oh, I also have a library hold to pick up. And it's definitely not a Summerween pick. It's definitely just a summer pick. But I may end up showing you that anyway. Library, post office, and reading Phantom of the Opera are my big 3 Summerween tasks of the day. I'm gonna eat now. See you later. I am back to end this vlog off. It is day 8, last day of Summerween. So if you're watching this, happy Summerween. I hope you had a great week, and I hope this is a good cozy vibe to end your week off with. But I'm wearing my new sweater now. And I'm here to do a quick wrap up of everything that I read and watched this week. I talked a good bit about everything once I got done reading them, while I was reading them, and while I was watching them. Once I got done watching them, I ended up reading 5 books. I decided to DNF The Crescent Moon Tea Room. I think I want to come back to this maybe during August or September, just because I've tried to read it multiple times this week and I'm just simply not in the mood for this type of story right now, even though I know I will really probably enjoy this story. So I'm just gonna DNF it, come back to it, hopefully before the year ends. The 2 movies that I watched this week was a rewatch, Coraline by Tim Burton, I'm pretty sure. Once again, it has never failed me. Like I said, I definitely enjoyed the movie more than I enjoyed the book, which was a book that I did read in today's vlog. Coraline by Neil Gaiman. Both book and movie shared the same premise. The movie did just have a bit more depth to me. It was just richer and fuller and more entertaining, more horrific, more thrilling. I just deeply enjoyed the movie. And the book was kind of just mellow compared to the movie, unfortunately, but I still had a good time reading it. I also watched Spirited Away by Miyazaki, and honestly, I think I'm gonna rewatch the movie before the year ends because it was very comforting. It was very comforting for some reason, and almost borderline nostalgic the way that it made me feel. Alongside it feeling like a fever dream and feeling like nothing was real and nothing really happened. I know that that's intentional. Best book of the week, Charlie and the Grandmothers by Katie Towell. Amazing, spectacular, low-key petrifying, fantastic, so much commentary on the power of thoughts, thinking, fear, so good. Second favorite, Ghost Squad by Claribel Ortega. Afro-Latina representation, Dominican folklore, humorous best friend duo, fun times, spooky times, haunted cemeteries, huge home libraries, and a ton of cats. Loved it. A pretty fun quick read, The Skull by John Klassen. Just an illustrated middle grade nonfiction that was very wintry and snowy, and honestly more wholesome than spooky. And then my current read, which I'm halfway through now, Phantom of the Opera by Gaston Leroux. It's so good so far. What a book, girls. And so far there's no weird classical vibes, like saying the N-word randomly. Hating on women for no reason. You know what I mean? I'm reading the Oxford World Classic, The Phantom of the Opera, and it is so far so good. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and I'm going to see you guys in my next video very, very soon. Happy Summerween. Bye!